Okay. Happy Monday, or better yet, happy Marketing Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. And what better way to kick off your week than with some new ways to lead generate and get some loans and new partners? This week on Marketing Mondays, we'll be picking up right where we left off last time with our social media program and focusing in on Facebook advertising. Um, Now, with this Facebook advertising, we're gonna also be able to have a lot of done for you solutions to implement this ability into your business. So there's going to be a lot of education here today, but remember, we're here to support you and hopefully do a lot of these services as well as the management and the measurement for you. If you missed our website and social media program last week or any of our previous webinars, you can check those out on clickandclosemarketing.com under Marketing Mondays, or visit the Click and Close YouTube channel. And I think now is a great time to put your phones on mute if you haven't already. And as a reminder, if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the GoToWebinar chat box. And we're going to answer all those at the end. So let's get going. All right. With us, as always, our Business Development Marketing Director, Brooke Bodie, who's going to kick us off on our Facebook ad demo. Good morning, Brooke.
Good morning, Jason. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. We appreciate y'all's interest in marketing because it's a passion of Jason and I. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the different ways you can promote yourself, your practice on social media. So we do have, Mid-America does have a blog that runs and posts content weekly. And so you can go ahead and share those blog posts to your social media, whether it's Facebook or you even want to link it to with pay-per-click advertising through Google. But as you can see, you can look at this post from today. You can boost this on social media. I believe it's already out on the Mid-America Mortgage website. And if you're on your Facebook page, you can see that blue Boost Post button. And if you want to promote a post that's already performing pretty well, you're going to go ahead and click it. And from there, you can target the audience and set a budget and the duration of the campaign. So there are typically two different tactics with online marketing. You can either do brand awareness, which is probably the most successful as people are kind of learning what Mid-America Mortgage is all about and, you know, the e-closing initiative. And so with that, typically are a little more cost effective than lead generation, which is the other option. Brand awareness, typically you can spend $30 per campaign, which will last about a week. And from there you can target by geographic location, behavior, interest, and page likes. However, the Housing and Urban Development issued a complaint recently about Facebook ads violating the Fair Housing Act. You can target people via income. You can exclude anybody searching for disability. Target by races and and sex, religion, whatever. And yeah, the Fair Housing Equal Opportunity does not like that. They think it's discriminatory. But there's still ways to get around that and, you know, target people that have a little more disposable income through their interest in, per se, luxury goods. Yeah, that kind of carries over to Instagram as well because of the recent acquisition. So with marketing on both Facebook and Instagram, you're going to want to be sure that you can still target by location and interest, but you know, it's not as funneled down as like financial information. One thing about Instagram is you don't see results as quickly as Facebook. It's typically, in our Jason and I's opinion, Instagram is more, it carries the message well for things like DIY, home design, and, you know, the blog posts relating to that. Whereas Facebook, people are more likely to be looking for a home loan and mortgage. Instagram, people are just, it's a more visually appealing platform, whereas Facebook, people are more likely to read on there. And so along with that, there's several different types of ads you can do on Facebook. You can do just like an image post or a video, which you can see right now. Videos are pretty popular, and the key is to keeping them a little short and concise, because with the age of technology, people have shorter and shorter attention spans. So that's why a lot of more visual content is popular. So with the image realm, you also have a carousel, which shows up to 3 different images at a time that people can toggle through, and each image can also have its own description and copy associated with it, because people are visual and they kind of like to see what they can get. And those images should be more image focused rather than text focused. I know Facebook has a type of image to text ratio that they deem to be more successful on their platform. But that's something that Jason and I will figure out for you. So a few other things that we touch on, going back to the brand awareness and the lead generation. The lead generation, there are 2 different options. Facebook will send you to a form that the users will fill out, and that's a little harder to get conversions on those. Whereas if we send them to a landing page similar to that funnel that we showed you a few weeks ago, that kind of allows you to pre-apply. Right, yeah, that free purchase qualifier tool, that's a great way to kind of shove the consumer a little further down the funnel, because it's a no obligation sales funnel. They don't feel like they're giving up too much personal information, and it shows their progress, which people love to know, like how many more questions they have to answer to get the free thing that they want. And you can also, from there, you can retarget when people visit the landing page. It's easy to grab that user's IP address through a pixel that we can install on that's already installed on that landing page. So those people can see ads for up to 180 days after they visited the landing page, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's happening a lot in e-commerce. If you go to look at a pair of shoes, that pair of shoes is going to be following you around for almost 3 months. Kind of wild, but people are likely to see an ad 7 times before they take action. So with retargeting, the more the merrier. It's not intrusive like the pop-up ads of the early 2000s. And if people are looking for something like a mortgage, like it's guaranteed that once they're ready and they get all their finances in order, that they will convert. Another way you can also do retargeting is to upload an email list for Facebook or Google. And not to be more confusing, but you can do remarketing on both platforms. Facebook seems to be a little more cost effective, especially in regards to the email list. I know for Google, it can tend to be around $1,000 just to do that. This is just a great way to run ads for the Realtor Partnership Program, any type of loan type, pre-approval, that sales funnel that we showed you. Remarketing is just a great way to keep getting that message out there, and it allows you to tweak the messaging a little bit. So maybe it'll give the consumer a better understanding of our services, what they need, and they feel like we're truly an informative, empowering organization. And another form of ads that we can do are the video ad templates. Jason and I have used a few on Slidely, and they tend to be about 15 seconds long, short and sweet, and they're typically a little more comical, as you can see in the ad that's slowly loading. But they're really good stuff, engaging. See for yourself. And they typically have a call to action at the end that you can customize and either put email address, phone number, or a URL. And, as a consumer has kind of goldfish brain, the shorter and sweeter, the better. And you can choose hundreds of different videos to showcase just a great way to get the message out. Another way that you can do a video ad is people do like the personalized effect. If you feel comfortable talking in front of people and recording yourself, by all means, you should do it. The production quality doesn't matter as much. You can literally do it on your cell phone or on your computer when you're at work. It allows consumers and realtors to get to know your personality and face. It's a little more personal and it makes you very trustworthy. But like we said, try to keep it as informative and short as possible. People really don't want to watch a 5-minute video these days unless it's something entertaining, unless it's on Netflix or whatnot. So yeah, we have quite a few examples. Both the Click and Close branch does a good job of having these short and sweet video ads that are pretty shareable. So you'll be able to see this example that we have for Click and Close. Funny, witty, to the point, a really good way to incentivize people to give us a call, to ring us up, because they know that we're up to date and familiar with some of the best marketing practices, so they can only assume that our internal processes are just as efficient. There's a lot of great marketing opportunities out there, and Jason and I are happy to chat with you on any type of marketing needs you desire, and we'll definitely find the right solution for you and your team members.
Absolutely. So there's a lot to do in brand awareness and lead generation on the mortgage side, but most of our loan originators at Mid-America and the rest of the family of companies are referral-based partners. And for those referral-based partners, we have come up with a realtor partnership program that will allow you to actually run ads through a single property website and run Facebook ads to promote open houses, promote different properties. And the nice part is with our platform, the realtors get their own login, so they can adjust the single property websites, and the single property websites will look like this. We're going to get into property marketing a little more in depth and optimizing both on-site and online next week. But running Facebook ads to these websites or lead ad campaigns is a great opportunity for you to promote both the properties, but yourself, your brand, and your partnership with a lot of these agents. The single property websites can be integrated with video. They can be integrated with, as you can see on the screen right now, the Matterport 3D virtual tours, which are a real advancement in virtual tour syndication. So most of the agents are still out there with their pan and zoom slideshow type virtual tours, and we can do better now. So integrating those features or putting it into their listing presentations really gives a chance to be set apart with sellers when they display that during the listing presentation. We can also brand for you and have your Get Approved Now links, whether they go to Click and Close or, again, back to those sales funnels. We can get those approval links on the virtual tours, on the websites, and syndicate them out. So when you go to the property website analytics in the back office, they have full viewing of click-through rates, the leads that are delivered, the impressions that are delivered. And you can see with this campaign, that's about $3 investment per buyer lead. And these buyer leads will automatically go to you and to partner. So advertising on Facebook in this way to get in the pathway of buyers and people who are interested in maybe moving or selling is a great way to, at a cost-effective rate, build your pipeline. And of course, any of these leads can be dropped into our mortgage returns or Jungo nurture programs and be followed up through SMS text or email. So again, join us next time for the property website stuff. These ads are very effective. We're doing a great job converting a lot of these buyers. In addition to the Facebook advertising, Facebook has been a good weapon for us, but Google, a little more complicated to set up, a little more, I guess, involved in the management, which we have the ability to help you through all of that, the management, the measurement, setting up your keywords. But the Google-based ads are text-based ads. What we lack in creativity in getting these ads to be kind of cool videos and images, these are text-based only for the search results. So Google and Bing gives us the ability to hone in on certain keywords. And whether you're doing a product out there, I think our new rural USDA program is a great ad that will probably perform real well because we don't have a lot of competition in that space. So the idea of building your own home with a zero down loan, that's going to get you a lot of clicks, I would imagine. So if you're in one of those areas that you can take advantage of that program, nothing delivers traffic better than the search. So Facebook and Instagram are great. The agents and a lot of our originators want to participate in it because it's indexed really well when you do that Google audit that we mentioned last week, when they look you up after meeting you at an open house, or maybe it's a new partner that's just checking you out. That stuff is great, but nothing is going to deliver leads and loans like the search. So whether they're searching for certain terms on your company or certain types of property, we can get you in the pathway of these searches and make sure that we're, in the top spots and in good placement on these search results. And we have a few opportunities for text to be in there, but mostly, the placement is everything with these. And so bidding properly, making sure you have the right keywords, and also negative keywords, the ones you don't want to show up for, has been an involved process in getting this off the ground for most businesses. So we have a full digital ad agency that's able to do this for you, manage the conversion, and make sure that we're on target to deliver a cost-effective lead campaign, much cheaper than Zillow, Realtor.com, LendingTree, a lot of the lead providers. And again, this is your branding. So nobody's going to be confused when you call them and get asked, where are you calling from and what did I do? There's a lot of confusion on Zillow, even with the long form leads, that the consumers, they're not sure what they did. They're not sure how they got there or why you're calling them. And that doesn't seem to happen quite as much with our Google ads. So just to help with all of the process, the selling of the process, and again, you don't have to target consumers. We can target realtors. So if you're looking for new realtors in a marketplace, this is a great way to advertise the partnership program, which we have videos for and samples that we can build out on your custom WordPress from last week. So if you get involved with the custom WordPress and the social makeover, putting a realtor partnership page with a landing page where we can install the Facebook remarketing code, we can install the Google remarketing code, and target realtors by title, by company, by geographic location, and they're able to kind of cruise through on their own and bump out to see samples of the single property websites that we put together, see samples of the ad campaigns, see samples of the listing presentation and the different services that they can get through you. So making yourself the local expert in this digital advertising and a resource to your agents. A lot of them don't want to mess with being able to advertise on Google or being able to advertise on Facebook, and the brokerages just don't do it for them. So they're left to outsource their social media and pay-per-click advertising to third-party companies, and it makes more sense for you to get in the pathway of this type of lead generation for them, because to be honest, you're gonna be endearing yourself as a service provider, not just as a lender, but also as bringing new business. And 9 times out of 10, that's going to entitle you to the personal referrals. So again, next week, we're going to hone in on property marketing and how we tie all these things together and optimize the listings, the open houses, and really get a chance to lead generate on site, which is the best way to generate leads. Those are real people in the neighborhood and the most likely to put in an offer. All right, so Brooke, if you don't mind, let's head to the chat questions.
Yeah, sounds good, Jason. Okay, the first thing I have on my end are how much are Facebook ads?
Yeah, I think you might have touched on that a little bit, but Facebook ad budgets are flexible. So when you're doing like a brand awareness or maybe trying to get the word out to certain realtors, I think you can afford to have a cheaper budget. $30 for a 7-day ad run is pretty effective with brand awareness. And I would say with lead generation, whether it's the properties or an ongoing effort for mortgage rate quotes or pre-approvals, you want to have kind of a bigger budget, maybe $50 to $100, and just make that an ongoing thing that we evaluate every month, and hopefully you're able to reinvest and grow that budget.
Awesome. Thanks for the insight, Jason. Okay, next question we have is, who will run the ads and how do we know if they work?
So yeah, you have a full team at your disposal to help set up the ads, help design the ads, whether that's graphic design of the images, the calls to action, the landing pages, and so on and so forth. And everything is measured. So the nice part about Facebook and Google both is that we get almost a data overload. We get too much reporting on it, and sometimes even the data can be confusing. So being able to see, hey, what's a good click-through rate, or how many impressions should I expect, or if you want to skip to the end, most of the time, depending on the type of property or the type of ad that you're running, we can say, hey, look, okay, for your $30, we're going to be looking for 10 to 15 leads, or for your $50, we're going to, expect 20 leads. And if we don't hit those marks, we can adjust and kind of evaluate real time. So if you're in the middle of your ad run, we can adjust if we're not getting what we want out of it.
Great, cool. Thanks for the insight. Okay, will you help me present to my realtor?
Yes, we will. We will. So we've been doing this type of activity for the last couple of years. And if you're not digitally savvy, if this is not your strong suit, being able to present to agents the Realtor Partnership Program or the services of the property website, or ad design, placement, listing presentations, that sort of thing, we're happy to do screen shares. And just like we're doing here, except on a one-on-one basis where the agent can ask us questions and we can kind of start with a discovery meeting, do the work, maybe meet the following week to show them an action meeting, what we've created for them, and put a context or an order of operation to all of this great stuff. So if their budget is limited, maybe we don't want to do Facebook. Maybe we want to head right to lead generation so that we're able to get a return on our investment. And then we can work on web visibility and kind of the lower performing activities that sometimes they come in thinking that's what they want. That's what they need most out of everything. I got to get a Facebook business page and I need to get content on there. Well, we know that makes you look great, and it's a great performer for a Google audit when people go up and look at your name. But if your interest is in new business, then let's head right to the new business. Let's get some more leads and loans, and then we can worry about that stuff at a later date.
Sounds good. Very cool. Okay, another question about prices. Who pays for property marketing and how much is it?
So that's really up to you. Again, the marketing credit system is in place in a lot of our branches, and we're able to get reimbursement on compliance approved material based on either your production or the activity, like showing up to closings, tagging the branch Facebook page, that sort of thing. Depending on what your program is in your branch, which you'll want to consult your branch manager on that will help with your spend. And the realtor really should be paying for all, or if you're going to be branded on it, then you could do a 50-50 pay. But I would say a lot of these services, they're used to paying full boat retail from a third party company to handle this stuff. So at the very least, even if they're paying for all of it, they're going to get it at a much cheaper rate than they're used to. And we can kind of tailor fit each program and each partner into a campaign that's going to work for their budget and their contribution. And if you want to help out, great. If you don't, that's okay too.
Perfect. Cool. All right. Last question on my end. What if I want Google Ads but don't want to set it up?
Oh, great question. Google Ads is complicated. I think Facebook, most people have some familiarity with boosting posts and have kind of, whether they performed or not, or they got what they wanted out of it, that's a whole different topic, but they're at least familiar with the idea of advertising on Facebook. The Google stuff is a little more techy. It's a little more involved in honing in and putting those keywords and those ads together to make sure that you're lead generating. It's something our team specializes in. And so you can take advantage by letting us set it up. You can take advantage of, we'll copy and paste previous campaigns that have shown a great return into your Google Ads account. And if we need to add or adjust, again, that'll be up to a team that's looking at those full time. So we recognize you have other activities, you got other stuff to do, and this is not your top priority. So offloading that to a team to manage that for you is a great idea. And our team at ILM Marketing will oversee all of your Google Ads, set up your Google Ads, and for $95 a month, they're going to send you reporting. You'll have them at your disposal for any kind of design changes or new campaigns that you want to run. So it's a great option for you, but we're happy to teach you how to do it as well.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the input, Jason.
Looks like we have one more question. Can you discuss more about the blog MAM does? Where can we find it? How do we go about using those posts on our Facebook page? So last week we talked about our custom WordPress and social media content. And so the website that you're seeing right now is an example of that. So we can set up a blog that's written by you with daily posts, and any of these posts that hit your blog will automatically syndicate to your social media site. So they're automatically going to put the blog post with hashtags and some text above it on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. And if you don't want to take advantage of that, we also have a Mid-America Mortgage corporate blog. And the corporate blog and the corporate blog content is available for you to manually post anywhere that you want. Just know that when people click those posts, rather than going back to your website with your call to actions, they're going to go back to the Mid-America corporate site. So, my suggestion would be to get your web presence down before you start those social media posts, or create the blog posts manually on your own and boost from there.
Very cool.
And that looks like that's it for our question and answer.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up this week. And again, check us out next week. I think next week is going to be a real good opportunity for the referral-based originators. Property marketing is a cornerstone to getting those pre-approval and those buyers and getting in the pathway of people who are about to buy, about to sell. And of course, that activity means more leads and loans. So again, thanks for joining us today, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your Monday. Bye.